Hey y'all, welcome to Healing Not Healed. We on episode 2. So I know I didn't finish the story about Miss Mary, but it was a happy ending. She ended up the people that adopted her parent the parents that adopted her child, they ended up passing away. And after the parents passed away, she said, they all went to the funeral and she seen her son and she got to, meet her son. She introduced her child into her to meet her other kids because she did end up having more kids. She got married, she ended up having a husband, and they reunited and they're still connected to this day. And it was a beautiful story. But the reason why I highlighted this story and I made this story specifically for episode 1, it was just to show that we all must heal at Mary's age, even later on in life, she still carried and harbored that trauma that she dealt with from childhood. And that's why I say it's important for us to heal. I don't want to be 80 plus years old, still having those same feelings and emotions from things that happened to me from when I was a child. Like, I want to be able to make peace with my childhood trauma and continue to live a beautiful life. Like, some things happen to us, and I feel like sometimes we don't know how to move past it and we don't really know how to, move on from that. But now in 2024, we have the tools. There's so much different things that you can do to heal your childhood trauma. It's so many different things. We have therapy, there's shadow work, there's different grounding techniques. It's so many different things that you can do to heal your childhood trauma. So it's like it's no excuse for us not to heal anymore. It's no excuse. As for Miss Mary, she is an older woman, and a lot of older people are set in their ways. But it just kind of touched me, and I felt like this was a story I could share since I'm starting my podcast or whatever. So yeah, that's why I had made that for episode 1. But yeah, um Miss Mary was a great story. She did have a happy ending. She said, that was pretty much the only terrible thing that she had happened to her in life. But it's just like still dang for her to like, still remember the exact details and, to feel that way. Like, she just felt like she always had a hard life. The things that she suffered and went through, she just didn't really understand it. And it's valid. It's valid. Because there's a lot of things that happened to me that I don't really understand why or whatever, but you just make peace with it and you just keep moving. That's it. That's all. Um, I also wanted to talk about um, you know, I really be trying not to be like the over spiritual person, over spiritual girl, the person that's always talking about God. I feel like people will see that and just be like, this girl is annoying. Here she goes talking about God again. But honestly, God really changed my life. Like, I done been through so many different things. Like, I don't think y'all can imagine the type of things that I've been through. Like, I've been through so much. And it's just like every time that I go through stuff, the only person that saved me and the only way that I escape and get out of whatever it is that I'm going through, whatever season of my life that I'm in, is God. Literally, like, God is the answer. Literally. Anytime I was down in my slumps and all that, I'm talking about real bad evictions, lost cars, jobs, all type of stuff. Daddy having strokes, all type of stuff. God was the only person that kept me, the only person that saved me, the only therapist I had at any hour, at any given time. Only person that has all the answers in divine amount of knowledge is God. So my answer is always gonna be God. And if you don't like that, I don't know what else to tell you. And I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in Christ consciousness. Consciousness is everything. Like, you have to be aware. Awareness is everything to me. And I feel like once I stepped into Christ consciousness, and since I've been devoted and I've been praying and working with God and the divine and or higher power, whatever you believe in, since I've been doing this, I have been in complete alignment. I haven't had a worry at all. I don't have the stress that I used to have. It's just a lot of stuff that like I don't have to deal with anymore since I just, developed a relationship with God and I started seeking God. I consult with God first. I talk to God first about any and everything. Before I do everything, I talk to God first. So that's all I'm saying. So if you feel like you just like you stuck, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going on, it's time to get back right with God. Like it's time for you to tap in. It's time for you to lock in with God and see what you need to do. Cause once you do that, then you're gonna know, you're gonna have all your answers. Everything you need to know, you're gonna know by the end. Just lock in with God sometime, maybe going a little fast, get into your word. I started out, and I didn't even start out like, just straight reading my Bible or going to church because I don't even go to church, honestly. What I started was I got here on YouTube and I would just type in, I don't know, some type of ceremony for whatever I'm going through. Depression ceremony or whatever. But I just started listening to different people and I feel like God led me into that direction. And this happened, I want to say I've been doing this since December, like the end of December, whenever I went on my mindfulness journey. If y'all follow me on TikTok, go to my TikTok and see whatever day I started my mindfulness journey. Since I went on that 90-day mindfulness journey, and it's crazy because when I started on day one, I said that once the 90 days was over, that I wouldn't be the same, that I was going to be a changed person. And it did just that. Like it made me a completely different person after I went on that mindfulness journey. But when I went on the mindfulness journey, like I was just listening to a lot of different stuff. And I like this is like what encouraged me, to get started, to get into entrepreneurship and to start really living and doing the things that I truly want to do. I used to always feel like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that because I don't have a certain type of aesthetic. I don't have a certain amount of money. But the thing is, you got to start somewhere. We all have to start from somewhere. Like, you got to start from somewhere. And this is just where I have to start from. I had to make peace with that it's never going to be a perfect time. I'm never going to have everything at once. And that the best thing for me to do is to just start. And that's what I did. But like I said, when I went on my mindfulness journey, I was just listening to a bunch of different stuff. It started out ceremonies, then I would listen to like motivational speakers, just a lot of different videos and inspirational videos that helped me become who I am. Like it kind of like helped mold and shape me into becoming who I am now. Like to be able to have the confidence to come on here and to do this and to actually speak to y'all. Like this didn't happen overnight. It took some time. Like this is something I always wanted to do. But it's just like again, like being caught up in fear, being caught up in society standards and feeling like, I have to have a high rise apartment, I have to have this, I have to have that, I need this, I need that. You don't need all that. All the God already gave us the platform. We have the platform. We just gotta, you know, I had the platform.
The platform.
Right.
I had the plan.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's it. We got the platform. I got the platform now. So it's just like honestly, it was just me. I was the only person holding myself back. I could have been doing this years and years and years ago. But like I said, when I got in tune with God and being in tune with the most high, now I'm in alignment. So things are happening for me in divine timing right now. Like no, not a second sooner, not a second sooner, not a second later. But like I said, I got on YouTube. I started listening to different motivational speakers, different ceremonies. And, I came across some great people that I can recommend. Like I was listening to Bob Proctor, Reverend Ike, um, who else? Les Brown. It's so many different people that I was listening to and that I still listen to. And when I tell y'all, like, a lot of them just like moved me and touched my soul. And a lot of them was millionaires. A lot of people I listen to are millionaires. Like Bob Proctor is the millionaire. Reverend Ike was a millionaire. Les Brown, millionaire. But these are all people that they weren't always millionaires. Like they wasn't. Napoleon Hill, like Look these people up, y'all, and listen to them, because you know they got wisdom to share. Like listening to a lot of these different motivational speakers and hearing that all these people were millionaires, and the only one thing they had in common was that they all believed in God, and God was their source. And this is who they work with, and they became millionaires. Because the thing is, people think like, oh, if you talk about money and prosperity, then it's evil, it's not of God. No. Do you think God wants us to be poor? God never wanted us to be poor. God wants for us to be abundant and to have gold and riches and to have fine things and to live a finer life. Like, that's what we're here to do. But a lot of people don't know that because they don't get into their word, and they don't really understand the Bible and understand what God has already written. A lot of this stuff has already been written. Like, we are fated for this. You are fated. Like, it's our birthright. But it took a lot of me diving in and doing a lot of inner research, you know, and just a lot of soul searching to find out that, like, hey, I don't have to live this kind of life. Like, there's things that I can do to change my life. I can actually become a better person. I can have a schedule. I can have a routine. I can get up and look polished every day. It's all about what you're doing, what your timing, and what you truly believe in your heart. Because if you don't believe it and you don't really think that you can do it, then it'll never happen for you. If you're always negative and, you know, self-doubting and telling yourself negative things towards yourself, then it won't happen for you. But if you change your mindset and you say, hey, I am going to be a person that's on time. I'm going to be a person that's disciplined. I'm going to be a person, you know, with integrity and, you know, that looks good all the time. You can be these things. We literally can be anything we want to be. Only person that's really stopping us and that is our biggest enemy is literally it be us. It be our own self, literally. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So make sure you get some kind of relationship with God, because babes, God, yeah, with God, that's the winning team. The direct source that we come from, that's when you really winning. Like, that's how you know you winning in life, when you start being in tune with God and you get in tune with your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. Now we cooking. Now we cooking, babes. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I don't know if I told y'all or not, but I did go on TMZ. I wanted to talk about that. And I didn't even tell y'all. So, like, over the past few years, like, you know, I post on Instagram. I'm not like, I don't have that many followers and stuff on Instagram yet, but I do have a small following on TikTok. But on Instagram, for whatever reason, like, I always get celebrities that interact with me. Like, interact with me on my page. Natalie Nunn posted me like Pride weekend. I had tagged her in my story and she posted a real Betty Betty shot a clock. Period. But yeah, Natalie Dunn had posted me on her story. Lakia watched my story. Summer Walker has watched my story. Tommy Lee blocked me. Ramonte blocked me. It's not all positive, but nonetheless, for whatever reason, celebrities noticed me. And I didn't really think anything of it. Probably like a month later, TMZ DM me, y'all. TMZ. Yes. Like, TMZ, they be posting about the celebrities. They be having all the gossip, all that. Babes, they DM'd me on TikTok and invited me on their show. And at first I was like, nah, this is Kim. This can't be them. So I went to the page. I click on it. They got the blue check, 2.3 million followers. They got the Instagram in their bio. I click on the Instagram link or whatever, and they take me to their Instagram page, TMZ Instagram page, and they have like 6.7 million followers. This is the real thing, babes. And this is why I say get in tune with God and always be your best in whatever you do. Because the thing is, you don't know what opportunities God have for you. You don't know what strings God gonna pull for you. You don't know what rooms God can take you and
really
put you.
is an effective enough deliverer of the message that it's going to draw those people who are undecided. I don't know.
It's so interesting that people are so entrenched on both sides. It is a small group relative to the population of the U.S. that will decide who the next president is
right.
going
And
to be.
if you're either candidate or any of the three candidates, those are the people you want. You know, you don't have to get all of them. You just need most of them. And
44,000 votes separated the two men in the last election.
So you try everybody. You try anything to get that number.
I'm Brianna. I'm from Kansas City. I think Amber Rose, I think she did a phenomenal speech. I don't really agree with the message. I know a lot of the millennials, from what I've been seeing from the Shade Room, they're not really agreeing with Amber Rose, but I think she did great.
You know, it is so important. So important. I'm telling you, I'm gonna die on this hill because I live by this. I live by this in real life. Like, I won't tell y'all nothing that I don't really do in real life. But yeah, I live by this in real life. And so they DM me and they was like, hey, we wanted to know if you wanted to come on the show or whatever, you know, download Skype. I'm just like, is this like for real? Like, y'all want me? I didn't even follow them. How y'all even find my page? And then they go on to tell me, we love watching your videos. We love your content. Excuse me? TMZ love my content? I don't care. That's a flex. And I'm going to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. If you don't like it, get off my video. Because we celebrating over here. But to know that TMZ watches my videos, like, y'all like my content? This is why I say be the best in everything you do. Because you never know who's watching. Let this be the example. Be the best in everything you do. Because you don't know what rooms you can be in. You don't know what God got in store for you. Like I said, I'm on my road to 1 million. I don't know when the 1 million gonna happen. When I'm going to get 1 million followers. When I'm going to get some subscribers. Because I only got 3 subscribers right now. But we got to start somewhere. Okay? Long as we get started. That's all that matters. But God put me on national television. It was only for 40 seconds, but I was on TV screens, babes. This is big for me because I've never been on TV before. It's a lot of things. I've been viral, had over 1.8 million views. My story times went viral. I've been viral. I've had my viral moments on TikTok. But to be on actual national television, like, this is insane. And then that's not even the kicker, y'all. The kicker is, babes, they invited me to come on their show again in a month. So if this is not encouragement for you, and not to mention, babe, I don't live in a big city. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. It's not a lot of opportunities here for entertainment and business and media and stuff like that. It's not a lot of stuff here for things like that. So yeah, this is big for me. Now, am I saying I'm famous and I've reached millions and stuff yet? Not yet. But we getting there. We getting somewhere. We going somewhere. We doing big things. And like I said, I claimed at the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2024, that this will be the year for me. And it's been my year, babes. I've been thus far, I've had my moments, but I've been able to snap back and remember what's important and to stay focused. I've been on track. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to, and I'm grateful for that. But like I said, I hope that this story, you know, encourages you to be your best self and to actually lock in and develop a true relationship with God. And it's, you know, not only to elevate your life, but because we all need that wisdom. We all need that wisdom. We all need that guidance. And life is hard. Life is already hard. So if you tried everything else, try God. Just try it and see what it do for you. Because I'm telling you, I tried God, babes. And let me be a witness and let you know that God has been good to me. God has been more than good to me, y'all. More than good. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So blessed. And that's why I'm telling y'all, because, you know, I just love to spread the word and let people know, like, it's always hope. Don't feel like it can't be you, or you gotta have this, or you gotta have that, because God gonna give you everything you need, and God is gonna make sure that you're okay. And I don't know, maybe it's that. Maybe it's like a comfort thing for me, but I feel like it's God's love, and I feel that, you know, being connected to God, I can feel God's love for me. And I know that God is with me all the time. So, yeah. But I'm not going to keep I'm not gonna keep y'all too much longer, but I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. And I will see y'all next Wednesday. Thanks for coming to Healing That Heal podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, bye y'all.